Welcome to Impart Math Knowledge. Before watching the video, please subscribe my channel. In this video, I am going to explain modification method. The short form is MODI method or UV method. This method is used to check the optimality in the given problem. Once we find the initial transportation cost, we have to check whether the initial transportation cost is optimal or not using MODI method. Step 1. You have to find the initial basic feasible solution and the transportation cost using Ogle's approximation method or northwest corner rule or least cost entry method. I suggest you to use VAM method because VAM method will give the best solution compared to all the other methods. Step 2, we have to check the optimality using MODI method. In that first step, you have to find Ui and Vj with the occupied cells using the relation Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. For finding U and V values, you have to assign an initial value 0 for Ui or Vj values having more number of allocations. Next, you have to find Ui plus Vj for all the unoccupied cells and enter at the right corner of each cell. For this step, you have to concentrate only on the unoccupied cells. Next, you have to find Dij. Dij is equal to upper left corner minus upper right corner. Find Dij for all the unoccupied cells and enter at the lower right of each cell. If all Dij positive means we can say that the current solution is optimal and the problem has an unique solution. Case 2 and case 3 we will discuss in the next video. Now the question is, solve the following transportation problem. If you have a question like this, solve the following transportation problem or find the optimum solution for the following transportation means you have to go with the MODI method always. For the first part, you have to use Ogle's approximation method to find the initial basic feasible solution and transportation cost. Second part, you have to apply the MODI method. Now here the question is, solve the following transportation problem. Source and destination is given. Supply and demand is given in the usual manner. Step 1, you have to check the balance condition. That is, you have to check whether total supply is equal to total demand or not. Here, total supply is equal to 11 plus 13 plus 19. Let me write. Total supply is equal to 11 plus 13 plus 19. If you add this, you will get 43. Similarly, you have to find total demand. Total demand is 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 15. That is total demand is equal to 6 plus 10 plus 12 plus 15. If you add this, you will get 43. Step 2, we have to find the initial basic feasible solution using Ogle's approximation method. For that, you have to find row difference and column difference. In the first row, the minimum element is 13. Next minimum element is 16. The difference is 3. You have to write the difference here. Second row, the least number is 14. Next least is 17. The difference is 3. Third row, least number is 18. Next least is 27. The difference is 9. Similarly, you have to write the difference for column. In the first column, least number is 17. Next least is 21. The difference is 4. Write it here. Second column, least number is 16 and the next least is 18. The difference is 2. Third column, the least number is 14, next least is 18. So the difference is 4. The fourth column, least number is 13. Next least is 23. The difference is 10. From row difference and column difference, you have to select the highest penalty. Here the highest penalty is 10. So, in the fourth column, you have to allocate the value. In the fourth column, minimum cost cell is 13. So, in this cell, you are going to allocate your value. The fourth column, least number is 13. Here I am going to allocate the value. For this cell, supply is 11, demand is 15. The minimum value is 11. So, I allocate 11 here. Once I allocate, I strike out the satisfied value. Here the remainder is 4. Here supply is satisfied, so you have to cross out the row. In the remaining, you have to take the difference. First row is satisfied, you put a dash like this. The second row, no change, you write 3 as it is. Third row, no change, you write as it is. The column difference, the first column, the difference between 17 and 32 is 15. The second column, 27 minus 18 is 9. The third column, the difference is 18 minus 14 is 4. The fourth column, the difference is 41 minus 23. The difference is 18. The highest penalty is 18. So, in the fourth column, you have to allocate the value. The fourth column, minimum cost cell is 23. There you allocate your value. For this cell, supply value is 13, demand is 4. The minimum value is 4. So, you allocate 4 here. Once you allocate, you have to strike out the satisfied one. And here the remainder is 9. Here, demand is satisfied. So, you have to strike out the column. In the remaining, you take the difference again. Row difference is dash. The second row, the difference is 14 and 17. The difference is 3. Third row, the difference is 18 and 27. So, the difference is 9. Similarly, you take column. For the column wise, there is no change. 15, 9, 4, dash. Here the highest penalty is 15. So, in the first column, you have to allocate the value. In the first column, the minimum cost cell is this cell. For this cell, supply is 9, demand is 6. The minimum value is 6. So, you allocate 6 here. Once you allocate, you have to strike out the satisfied value. Here the remainder is 3. Demand is satisfied, so you have to strike out the column. In the remaining, you take the difference again. Row difference is, first one is satisfied, dash. The second one, the difference is 18 minus 14, the difference is 4. Third row, the difference is 9. The column, first column dash, satisfied. Second column, there is no change in the difference. The third column, there is no change in the difference. From row difference and column difference, the highest penalty is 9. Comes in 2 places. So, you can take anything. So, I select this penalty. So, I am going to allocate the value in the second column. In the second column, the least cost is 18. So, there I am going to allocate the value. For this cell, supply is 3, demand is 10. So, I am going to allocate the minimum value 3. Once I allocate, I strike out the satisfied value. Here the remainder is 7. Here supply is satisfied. So, I strike out the row. In the remaining, I take the difference. Row difference, first row satisfied, second row satisfied, third row the difference is 9. And for column difference, there is no value to take the difference. So, you put a dash for all the entries. So, the only option is this. So, in the third row, you are going to allocate your value. In the third row, the least number is 18. There you allocate your value. For 18, supply value is 19 and demand is 12. The minimum value is 12. So you allocate 12 here. After allocating the value, you have to strike out the satisfied one, and here the difference is 7. Here demand is satisfied, so you strike out the column. The left out one is this cell. For this cell, supply is 7, demand is 7. So you allocate 7 here. Now both supply and demand is satisfied. In this way, you have to allocate the value using Vogel's approximation method. Once you allocate, you have to check m plus n minus 1 is equal to number of allocations or not. Here m is equal to number of rows, 3 rows, n is number of columns, 4 columns, minus 1. This is equal to 6. M plus n minus 1 is equal to 6. Number of allocations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of allocations is equal to 6. Here m plus n minus 1 is equal to number of allocations. So the solution is a non-degenerate one. Next step, we have to find the initial TP cost. That is 13 into 11 plus 17 into 6 plus 18 into 3 plus 23 into 4 plus 27 into 7 plus 18 into 12. If you multiply and add, you will get 796. The initial transportation cost for this particular problem is 796. Now we are going to check whether this 796 is the optimal cost or not using Modi method. Step 4 is check the optimality using Modi method. First step, you have to find U and V values. Here I write all the allocations. First step, we have to find U and V values with the allocated cells. Using the relation Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. Before moving into the formula, we have to assign 0 for any one of U and V value. Here, first row contains 1 allocation, second row 3 allocations, third row 2 allocations. First column 1 allocation, second column 2 allocations, third column 1 allocation and fourth column 2 allocations. More number of allocation comes under second row, that is 3 allocations. So you put 0 in second row, that is U2. Here U2 is equal to 0 and this is the allocated cell. From these two values we can find V1. The cell number is C21, second row, first column. Here U2 is equal to 0 and this is an allocated cell. So from these two values we can find V1. The cell number is C21, second row, first column. Let me write C21 is equal to U2 plus V1. C21 is the cost of this particular cell, 17. 17 is equal to U2 value is 0 plus 1. This implies that V1 is equal to 17. So you put V1 is equal to 17 here. Similarly, you can find V2 value. U2 is equal to 0. This is an allocated cell. So we can find V2. The cell number is C22. C22 is equal to U2 plus V2. C22 is 18. U2 is 0. 0 plus V2. This implies that V2 is equal to 18. So I write it here. V2 is equal to 18. Next one, this is U2 is equal to 0. This is an allocated cell. The cell number is C24. From this we can find V4. C24 is equal to U2 plus V4. The C24 value is 23. U2 value is 0 plus V4. This implies that V4 is equal to 23. Let me write V4 is equal to 23. And here we want to find U1 value. This is an allocated cell and then V4 value is known. From these two values we can find U1. C14 is equal to U1 plus V4. C14, the cost value is 13. 13 is equal to U1 value we have to find and V4 value is 23. Okay, from this value we can get U1 is equal to 13 minus 23, that is minus 10. U1 value is minus 10. Put U1 is equal to minus 10. For U3 value, allocated cell is this cell and V2 value is known. So we can find U3. The cell value is 27. That is C32 is 27. C32 is equal to U3 plus V2. C32, the cost is 27. U3 value we have to find and V2 value is 18. If you subtract this, U3 is equal to 27 minus 18, that is 9. U3 value is equal to 9. Next you have to find V3 value. For V3, this is an allocated cell and U3 value is known. From these two values, we can find V3. The cell number is C33. The cost is 18. C33 is equal to U3 plus V3 and C33 the cost is 18. U3 value is 9. V3 value we have to find. So from this V3 is equal to 18 minus 9. This is equal to 9. So you put V3 is equal to 9. Modi method step 1 is over. In Modi method step 2 you have to find Ui plus Vj for all the unallocated cell. This is an allocated cell. This is an unallocated cell. First cell is an unallocated cell. For this cell U value is minus 10, V value is 17. If you add these two values you will get 7. 17 minus 10 is 7. And this is an unallocated cell. For this cell U value is minus 10, V value is 18. If you add these two values you will get 8. This is an unallocated cell. For this cell U value is minus 10, V value is 9. If you add these two values you will get minus 1. This is an allocated cell, so leave it. This is an allocated cell. This is an allocated cell. This is unallocated. For this cell U value is 0, V value is 9. If you add these two values you will get 9. This is an allocated cell, leave it. This is unallocated cell. So you have to add U plus V. 17 plus 9 is 26. This is allocated cell, leave it. This is an allocated cell, leave it. This is an unallocated cell. For this cell U value is 9, V value is 23. If you add these two values you will get 32. Modi method step 2 is over. Step 3 you have to find Dij. Dij is nothing but upper left corner minus upper right corner for all the unallocated cell and enter at the lower right of each cell. Here 21 minus 7 is 14. You write it here. 16 minus 8 is 8. 25 minus of minus 1 is 26. This is an unallocated cell. 14 minus 9 is 5. 32 minus 26 is 6. 41 minus 32 is 9. Modi method step 3 is over. Let me repeat. First step you have to find U and V values using the relation Cij is equal to Ui plus Vj. Second step you have to find Ui plus Vj for all the unallocated cell and enter the right corner of each cell. Third step you have to find Dij for all the unallocated cell and enter at the lower right of each cell. Now we have to check all Dij values are positive or not. Here 14 is a positive value. This is positive and this is positive and this is positive. All the values are positive. So we can conclude that all Dij greater than 0. So the current solution is optimal. All Dij greater than 0. So the current solution is optimal and unique. If your value is positive means your solution is an unique solution. The last step you have to find the optimal cost. The optimal TP cost is nothing but 13 into 11 plus 17 into 6 plus 18 into 3 plus 23 into 4 plus 27 into 7 plus 18 into 12. If you multiply and add, you will get 796. 796 is the optimal transportation cost. Once you find the initial transportation cost, you have to check whether the initial TP cost is optimal or not using Modi method. Hope you all understand. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.